I'm Donald.
I'm Zakia.
And this video is 3 ways, not 2, not 1, but 3 ways. No.
It's 3 words.
3 words
synonymous with
that make a relationship work.
So we're going to do a countdown of 3 words, y'all. Alright, so let's get it. Number 3.
Number 3 is the word L-O-V-E. Love.
Crib.
Love.
Yeah.
Crib.
You was cripping a bit. But you was cripping.
You're not a crib.
You was cripping.
Anyway,
okay.
Love.
Love.
Love is number 3. And I know a lot of people are thinking right now, like, how is love number 3? Love has to be number 1. Love can't be number 3. I don't even want to watch this video anymore because love is at the top of my list. Well, you're wrong. A relationship takes more than just love. That's why it's number 3.
Yeah.
Loving someone is understanding them. Loving
Yes.
someone is loving them enough to tell them when they're wrong. Loving them enough to approach them and, you know, smack them on the hand. Put them back in line. Tell them when they're wrong. You know what I mean? L-O-V-E. Loving someone. Loving someone is not just buying them things and telling them you love them. Loving someone is being silent and letting them know what?
Being silent?
No, I'm getting ready to explain to them what I mean by being silent.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Because people think love is always vocal or, you know, in a material way. But sometimes love is letting someone be. You know, not always jumping on their back for something you don't like.
Yeah.
Or always jumping down their throat for, you know, something that you don't agree with. Love is allowing yourself to humble yourself to your significant other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Am I telling the truth or am
You telling the truth?
Am I finished or am I done?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
love is just more than just I love you. You know, I love, here's some flowers, here's some chocolate that I don't want. You know, here's this or here's that. Because a lot of people get the L words twisted. Sometimes a lot of people in a relationship have lust. They don't have love. Because they enter into a relationship doing things early on that they shouldn't be doing, and they confuse the two. So
facts.
What's your take on love?
You know, really, love is, to be quite honest, is what's gonna hold number 2 and number 1 together.
Right.
It's like the foundation. You know, it's like a good solid glue. And, you know, love is more than just the happy times in a relationship. Because relationships, to be quite honest, are work. Like, you are committed to working with this person throughout the good, throughout the bad. And there's going to be some bad times. And really, you know, love is more than this person makes me happy today. I'm happy with this relationship today. Love is going beyond that to be like, man, you done really got on my nerves today. You really done did some stuff that got me like, ooh.
Love is like, hey, she needs to be quiet.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying?
You know,
she's
love.
talking a lot. You know what I mean? But I love her, so I'm not gonna say
so
that.
you're not gonna snap off.
You know what I'm
You know,
saying?
you're gonna stay there until the next day, and the next day, and the next day. Love.
Love goes beyond.
Is the commitment.
One day.
To the good and the bad. And more so the bad than the good. Because it's easy to be happy with somebody when they're making you feel good. It's not easy. Alright, so that's
we're moving on.
Yeah, so that was number 3 for love. So
number 2.
Number 2.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is a big one, y'all. Trust
number
me.
2 is communication.
Communication. Woo!
Obviously, we've had some communication issues in our relationship.
Don't be exposing us yet,
babe, you know, this is YouTube. We gotta be real with people, and that's you know.
Yeah, you know.
We gotta be real with it.
Communication.
Yeah, and I'll be real. You know, on my behalf. Cause my baby here, my baby is the master communicator. He wanna talk about things.
Oh yeah.
He wanna solve problems.
All the time.
He wanna get it out in the open.
I'm a mathematician. You know what I'm saying? XYZ equals ZYX. I go other way. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But yeah, communication is very key.
Yes.
It's one of the biggest things that, you know, actually it makes and breaks relationships.
Yeah. You have to talk about things.
Yeah. There's a lot of people in relationships that do not want to communicate. You don't tell me when to come and go. You ain't my mama. You ain't got to be looking through my phone. My phone ain't your phone. You know, they want to go through all these avenues that makes their relationship tougher. You know, communicating is, you know, telling your significant other how you feel.
Yes.
So they can understand that. You can't have all these feelings and expectations.
So,
I
live by an airfield.
Goodness gracious.
So people fly helicopters. So you may hear them in our videos.
So back to the communication. Communication is allowing yourself, you know, to convey, you know, how you feel to your significant other. Letting them know what's going on in your mind, and not just sitting there thinking that you're your own person, you know, because in reality you're trying to build with someone.
Yes.
So when you're trying to build with someone, the way you build with them is being vocal.
And
letting
sharing.
them know and sharing. You don't hold things in and not care about what's going on, or feel like you're your own person and you can do whatever you want. Yeah, you can, but why be in a relationship if you want to be that person? That's a solo trip. Be with yourself if you don't want to share and speak to your significant other.
You know, I'm going to just go ahead and say certain women, you know, young black women who, you know, want to have it going on. I think a lot of us struggle with that because we want to be like, you know, the dominant person. We want to be like, I could take care of myself and da-da-da-da-da. So you develop this self attitude. And you feel like you don't need to be doing X, Y, and Z. But the fact of the matter is, like my baby said, you're trying to build. And all of that just got to go.
You trying to build, and it's like you talking about you can take care of yourself. You know, EBT can only go so far. You know.
Okay.
Oh, you don't like that?
Disrespecting people, okay.
I'm just playing.
Yeah.
EBT. I mean, you know, if I had an EBT card, I'd be letting loose up in the stores. You know.
Anyways, back to the point. Communication, yes, is key. You need to have it, and it's not just you telling your partner how you feel. It's your partner understanding and also having the capacity to talk about it without getting into an argument, you know, really just civilized and understanding, trying to understand. You know, this is not one of our words, but I'm going to toss it out there. It's empathy. And there's difference between empathy and sympathy. And empathy is when you feel where the other person is coming from. Like, you feel what they're saying. Like, you can understand, like, okay, I guess if I was in this person's shoes, you know, I could see how they would feel like that. And that's really how you're going to make progress in your relationship, by understanding where the other person is coming from.
And lastly, speaking on communication, it's not a control thing.
No.
You know.
Which I had to learn, you know.
If I tell her this is what I'm going to do, I'm letting her know that for a reason. Because, and we're leading into number one. You know, we need to get into number one because that's the number one thing. But communication is, it's security. It's allowing your significant other to understand, okay, he or she wants to build. You know, he or she is going the extra mile to let me know what's going on with them to help our relationship. Because what are you in a relationship for if you don't want you know the other person to know what's going on? You don't want to build. Right. So anyway, that's communication.
So okay, so
now we're on another number one. Do the
number one.
Trust.
Ta-da!
Trust is the number one word that builds a relationship. Trust me. Literally. Trust. If you don't trust your significant other, what do you have? Yeah. You're always going to be on your toes wondering what's going on. You know, going through their phone, you know, going through their social media accounts, you know, wondering what they're doing at all times. Instead of having the, you know, the security in yourself to know exactly how my significant other moves and exactly how they feel. So you don't have to wonder. You don't have to make those assumptions in your mind. You can live comfortably without them around you for a few hours. You don't have to be wondering, you know, what is he doing or what is she doing or, you know, what's going on with them. You know what I mean? And speak on it.
If you don't trust your man, ladies, you just don't need to be with him. Because, and I say that because either you're having a security issue from a last relationship, or he did something that makes you not trust him. And if that's the case, just get out of it. Like, don't be wasting no time trying to build on something that's shaky from the beginning. You see that this was number one and not number three. Like, it was number one, it was on the list because it's that important.
And trust goes with communication. Yes. You know,
don't be lying to people.
If I'm gonna be with my boys, I'm gonna tell her I'm with my boys. I'm not gonna be on she ain't gotta know where I'm at. You know, she ain't gotta know what I'm doing. And if I got some random number, you know, in my phone, you don't gotta go crazy with it, but allow her to know, like, this is so and so. You know, it doesn't hurt you to let your significant other know what's going on. It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't harm you. Because if you claim that you're number 3 in love with this person, you should let them know what you're doing and what's going on with all of your situations. I mean, fellas, don't be corny. I've left my phone over her house plenty of times with no care in the world because I know I have nothing to hide. And when you know you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to worry about because you know you want to grow with that person you're with.
Yes.
So you don't want to hide things and act like, do suspicious things to give, your significant other worry. Because that's when you put things in people's minds and they start to think, oh, well, is this the right situation for me? Mm-hmm. What are they doing? And then you get into arguments and then you stop communicating and then number 2 and number 3 go out the window. Mm-hmm. And then you have no relationship anymore.
Aside from that aspect, like the sneaky snake aspect of trust, it's also about being reliable. Right. So when you say you're going to do something in a relationship, male or female, you need to do it because that person cannot trust you to be who you say you're going to be in this relationship. Like, it's about more, aside from, the phone thing and, like, sneaking around and doing all that stuff. If you say, you're going to be here by 10 or you're going, check that off the box or do this or do that, do it. So then the other person can know, like, this person is reliable. Right. I trust this person with my life because they do what they say they're going to do.
Right.
And that's a big part of trust. Like, I have to rely on him and he has to rely on me for different 100%. Things that we're going to take care of. And if we don't do that, if we, what's the word? Like, not shady, like... not sneaky, when you're like, what's the word? Flaky. If you flaky in a relationship, I can't trust you, we can't build because you're a loose cannon.
Right. What do you have? Then you have to establish, where your relationship, where you want it to go. If you don't see yourself in a long-term relationship with each other and building, then all three of these things are out the window. Yeah. I see so many people in our generation, they get into relationships and they get into relationships for lust. And then the female, feels more. And the male is just disconnected. And he feels like he can do whatever he wants, she ain't gotta, and it goes beyond, looking through phones and worried about, cheating aspects. Trust goes, like she said, relying on the other. If you say you're going to do something, live up to what you're going to do because that builds your relationship. And that's what the ultimate goal is, to build, to continue building. Building never stops.
It never stops.
You can have the tools to build, but if you don't got the bricks and the cement, you know what I mean? What do you have? You got the tools, but you don't have anything that go with it. Your house, you got the wood, but you don't got the tools. You got the tools, but you don't got the wood.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They get it.
Okay. All right. So, in conclusion, those are our 3 little tidbits on how to make a relationship work.
And those are what we believe.
Yes, this is, this is what's working for us. Obviously we getting married, so things is going well.
Right, and you might not have trust, communication, or love in your relationship. You might think of something else, money, cars and clothes, or whatever it is. That's what might thrive your relationship.
So, yeah. That being said, thanks for watching, y'all.
Like, comment, subscribe.
There we go.
I'm watching.
Okay.
Do your thing. We got more content, more videos. Stay with us. We're going to have more videos like this. We're going to do way more on this channel. So keep following.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Zonal.
Come on.